From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 4th, 2025. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed this morning and 8 others injured when an IDF security checkpoint in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank, came under attack. The IDF said a terrorist fired at IDF soldiers at a military post in the area of Taysir. The terrorist was neutralized during exchanges of fire with the soldiers. The slain IDF soldiers were named as 39-year-old Sergeant Major in Reserve Ofer Jung and 43-year-old Sergeant Major in Reserve Avraham Tzvika Friedman. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived at the White House this afternoon and met with U.S. President Donald Trump. The two later addressed a joint press conference, and we will have more for you on that on the news tomorrow, Wednesday. Earlier today, the Prime Minister's office shared a photo of Netanyahu preparing for his meeting with Trump, sitting down with Military Secretary Major General Roman Goffman, Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dermer, Chief of Staff Tzachi Braverman, and new International Affairs Advisor Caroline Glick. Last night, Netanyahu met with U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East Steve Witkoff and with National Security Advisor Michael Waltz at Blair House near the White House. And the Prime Minister's office was cited by Israeli media saying afterwards that Israel would be sending a delegation to Qatar later this week for negotiations on the hostage release deal, saying Israel is preparing for the working-level delegation to leave for Doha at the end of this week in order to discuss technical details related to the continued implementation of the agreement. Well, Israel opened its first ever embassy in Moldova today. Foreign Minister Gideon Sar thanking Moldova's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mihai Popsoi, for, he wrote, your partnership and Moldova's friendship. Sar said Moldova is a friend of Israel. It has clearly stood against the barbaric attack of October 7th, Iran's attacks on Israel, and in favor of Israel's right to defend itself. Sar said the opening of the Israeli embassy in Moldova is a milestone in relations between the countries. United Airlines said today that it will resume flying to Israel next month with the restart of its New York Newark to Tel Aviv direct route on March the 15th, with plans to introduce a second daily flight starting March the 29th. Israel's Ministry of Tourism noted that United Airlines will be the first U.S. carrier to reinstate flights to Israel in 2025. Delta Airlines announced at the end of January that it will resume flights between New York's JFK and Ben Gurion Airport beginning on April the 1st. Israel's interim tourism commissioner to North America, Yael Golan, said, we are thrilled to see U.S. airline carriers reinstate their flights to Israel from North America. She said while 2024 brought historic challenges for Israel's tourism industry, we thank those who came to visit loved ones, participate in solidarity and volunteer missions, as well as those who supported us from near and far. Golan said our community is incredibly resilient, and the news of a ceasefire and the ongoing return of hostages continues to bring us hope for a peaceful future. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, February the 4th at 7 o'clock. Charles Asher Small leads a symposium on the influence of foreign funding and ideological forces on academic culture in the United Kingdom in relation to the persistence of antisemitic attitudes in higher education. At 8, Justin Pine speaks with Rachel Jacoby Rosenfield, CEO of the Shalom Hartman Institute of North America, about her approach to creating culture and fostering purpose. At 9, it's Daniel Gordis on L'chaim. At 10, the ILTV's Insider, which is also coming up next. At 10:30, an encore of the news. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 4th, 2025. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.